Scorpio, intimacy check-in. Scorpio energy. Hi, Scorpio, intimacy check-in. You could be, you could be very, you could be being childish when it comes to this connection, a connection that you feel like doesn't really mirror you. It doesn't reflect you. It doesn't represent you. It's not in alignment with you. So you could be getting payback. That's not good. You could be getting payback or getting even, or just feel like you need to punish this connection because it's not, it's, you know, it's something about that with children, or it's something about like maybe somebody has a child and like the co-parenting situation isn't in alignment, it's not positive, or something about like just being very childish about your perspective on this union, and you want to get even. I don't know if I'm feeling like you really want to get even, Scorpio. I just really kind of feel like maybe maybe you have a child with someone, and like maybe you have a child with someone who isn't your twin flame, who is a karmic, and maybe you are like, you're upset about that, like you don't like that. I don't know, I'm getting that. And that you want to get even. You want to punish someone because they didn't turn out to be what you wanted or needed or desired. And so in return, you wanted to move. You wanted to move with this person. Or, I mean, move with someone else, or you wanted to just move. You left the environment, or you moved, okay? Moved. And now there's some triggers you're experiencing. There's some wounds. Maybe you attracted a toxic relationship because you deemed something to not be, somebody not to be your twin flame, though we don't get to decide that. So maybe now you're going through some triggers and flashbacks. This could be you or someone you're connected to. I'm also getting to that you're being very immature with this union, and that you're very mad that the union isn't what you expected or wanted or desired. And so you really just want to you want to leave this person, you want to like move, you want to just box your shit up and get the fuck, okay? Because like you're triggered, you're experiencing some triggers, and it's overwhelming you. Maybe somebody's using a child to get back at you for not being their twin flame, somebody's twin flame. And so it's causing someone to face triggers so they can move. I don't fucking know. This is let's see. Intimacy check-in for Scorpio. Somebody rejected a twin flame. Or somebody rejected somebody for a karmic twin flame here. Somebody's basically not receiving intimacy at all. Somebody's not receiving what they need to receive. So maybe somebody here left something that they weren't receiving something in to end up in something that they're still not receiving something in. And now somebody's triggered. And now somebody is just mad because they want payback. Divine feminine energy here. Someone who's very spiritual here. Maybe you had a child with someone who's a divine feminine. Maybe you want... Maybe somebody wants revenge here because they made change. Somebody in here made changes, but somebody else didn't have to deal with the changes. Or maybe someone is going to change environments or something, and somebody feels like they should have had a piece in it or something. There's something about like a property or something. Scorpios, maybe you shared property with someone. Maybe somebody wants a change of money. Maybe somebody doing something. I don't know. Somebody wants to get back because maybe somebody feels like they lost out on some money right here or something. This reading right here, are we talking about intimacy? Oh, fuck. Well, somebody rejected someone here. Scorpio, intimacy check-in. Maybe someone feels like they should have never left somewhere. I don't know. Sorry, Scorpio. Your energy right now is very confusing, which means you're confused. And somebody doesn't want to be judged. Somebody's being judged for moving or something, changing environments. And now they're triggered because all of these changes is now they're dealing with these triggers. Or somebody is stuck. Somebody can't change their environment. Somebody wants revenge here because someone did make a change in the account of money or a fortune or inheritance or something. Like somebody wanted some type of outcome from something just to be stuck and end up in a situation where they should have used their discernment or they needed to use their discernment. Now they have to be honest about the triggers and things because they shouldn't have changed an environment. Minutes already. Intimacy check-in, Scorpio. You could have had a child, Scorpio, with a woman who's like a healer, very, very supportive, childish maybe, but very supportive, very, very healing, very generous, very spiritual, very connected, very divine. There's some self-reflection needed as far as why someone's not your twin flame, or even why you rejected someone who was your twin flame for someone who's not, or why you are rejecting not even rejecting, on why someone isn't your twin flame. You're understanding and reflecting on why someone isn't your twin flame, and why you are feeling stuck with that, or in denial that someone's not your twin flame. You're in denial that someone's not your twin flame here. Maybe you want more children, Scorpio. You're a healer, you're compassionate, supportive, or you want more children with someone who is very, like, a healer and supportive and very spiritual. But maybe you have to be honest that someone's not your twin flame. Maybe you have to be honest about that. And maybe there's just this desperate need and want to change something. But but maybe something should be done differently because you don't want the aggression and tension that would come from being revengeful. Scorpio, you could be an emperor energy. Maybe it's something about somebody doesn't want to move. Scorpio, you could be with someone who's not your twin flame, but that doesn't mean anything. And on top of that, it's something about maybe this emperor, someone here doesn't want to change environments, and they're stuck. And that maybe they're just too selfish to change environments. And maybe if you have trigger, Scorpio, or whatever, vice versa, take it how it resonates, then someone doesn't really care. Because somebody feels like they're in control and they run shit, and so they feel like maybe you have to do what they say. And maybe this is what's going to make you want to be revengeful. Maybe this is what makes somebody want to be revengeful and leave. But they don't want to do it in a fighting way. They just want basically the universe to help them leave. Someone here wants help from the universe to leave in this situation, but they don't want to cause tension. The intimacy that is needed right now is whatever you fit in this, Scorpio, don't worry about whatever the fuck is going on outside of yourself. If you're the healer and intuitive, remain that way, but also remain honest, and at least just speak up and tell the truth about whatever you need to say, or say whatever you're going to do. But you need to start being intimate with your situation and yourself. If you're in a situation that you want to change, but you're unable to do so, it seems like right now that there's some changes needed, but you're unable to do so, whether you can afford to, whether you're ready to, it doesn't matter. There's something, but you want to do it in a way where it's not going to bring everything down, crashing. You want to do it in a way where it's not going to, you're not going to burn bridges and like create issues. There's something about like you need to understand, use your discernment and wisdom when it comes to the triggers. The triggers are there for a reason. There's triggers for a reason, and something needs to be paid attention to. Okay? You need a new perspective, and you need to let things go and sacrifice, because if this was an opportunity for you, you have seen the opportunity, then what do you want to do? But you need to do it in a logical way. Don't be emotional. Don't do something emotionally. Change the way that you're doing something. I don't know. This situation seems like you've been through this before. That means you didn't learn something. Your discernment is growing. So you need to keep growing your discernment. And if that means going through the same situations more than once, so that you can get different perspectives on that situation, so that when something appears again, you have seen all sides, you can reach into your discernment, and that will lead you. Bam. this was your reading. Peace.